Hello, my name is Brendan. I am a Covered California certified agent. This is my phone number over here, and this is my license number. I've been doing Covered California, enrolling people as a certified agent since the beginning, the very first year. I've enrolled over thousands and thousands of people into the Covered California plans. I also am an expert regarding health insurance and understanding how a health insurance plan will affect you, whether it's deductibles, out of pocket costs, and all that kind of thing. So feel free to use me as a resource to understanding exactly what you're getting. I've been writing individual health insurance since 2008. So with that being said, I'd like to show you exactly how the shop and compare tool works today. All right, on the Covered California website, so you know exactly what you're buying and you can understand the pricing and how it works. All right, so first things first, you would go to coveredca.com. So there's a lot of different websites out there. It's important for you to understand the site that you're using and that you're on the right site. So there's only one, and it's coveredca.com. Okay, now go to coveredca.com. Hit enter, you'll get here. Now there's a shop and compare tool here. This is the one I like to use, which is the find out how, which brings us to this website, or this page, and you can see some of the annual household income ranges. These are some, and if this can be a little bit confusing, we're not going to get into the nitty gritty of that today, but if you do have questions, specifics, please feel free to give me a call and I explain this form to you in another video. Okay, but I'm going to go here to the shop and compare. All right, so I just pre-populated this. Let's do 90210, and that's in LA. Obviously, it's Beverly Hills, but it will include some of the surrounding areas. Should be pretty similar. This is 2020. If you do want to know about previous year's rates, you can always look here. We are past the 2019 enrollment period, so 2020 would be the one. And I just kind of used $30,000. Might be better to use a little bit more. We'll use 31,000. 3 people in the family, so a husband and wife, and we'll say we have a dependent here. Okay, so we'll go to see our results. Okay. So a couple things here that I think are important to look at is these are those who qualify for Covered California. So we have 2 people, the 2 40-year-olds. They qualify for lower monthly premium and lower cost out of pocket with Covered California, lower out of pocket costs. I'll explain that in a minute. And 1 person, the dependent, qualifies for Medi-Cal. So we have 2 adults and 1 child. The child is going to get Medi-Cal. And this is pretty typical regarding tax subsidies. And if you want to know why or how and what threshold those things change, that would be, that spreadsheet beforehand, which I could always walk you through if you want to know what the guidelines are for everyone to be receiving Covered California or everyone to be receiving Medi-Cal. This we're just going to walk through today, the shop and compare tool. Okay, so a few things to kind of notice here. There are 39 qualified health plans here that you can get through Covered California. There are dental plans, but we won't talk about that today. And the estimated monthly savings is $625.38 per month for 2 members in the zip code. Okay, now it is important to know that this $625.38 at $31,000 would be more if your income was a little bit less, and this would be less if your income was more. Okay, so as your income goes up, your tax subsidy is going to go down. So, for example, if you say you're going to make $31,000 and you made $50,000, well, you didn't actually qualify for $625. You actually qualified for less. So it's important to kind of know that, all right? Also, something to keep in mind, and I'll go back here for a quick second, is that this 31,000 here, this is your modified adjusted gross income, which is the number that Covered California uses. This is typically, not always, line number 7 on your 1040, your Form 1040. And that is the number that Covered California uses. I do not believe it's the number that Medi-Cal uses. They have some other caveats, but it's in general, it's a pretty good rule to go by. But if you're curious about Medi-Cal, you might want to give them a call and find out the exact number that they use to get their numbers. But Covered California uses your modified adjusted gross income. If you'd like to know more about that, I'd be happy to help. But one way to find out what yours is to consult your CPA or your certified tax planner, and they'll tell you exactly what yours is. If you receive Social Security or disability, it's not going to be line number 7 on your 1040. It's going to be a different one. Again, ask a certified tax planner or a CPA. All right, so we'll go back. Okay, so this person is getting $625. Now, how they figure it out is when you do your taxes, if you made significantly more money, the IRS is going to say, hey, we give you more of a tax credit than you actually qualified for. You owe us that money back. When you do your taxes, you will end up paying it back. All right, something to kind of keep in mind. So this little tool here on the left, this side, is important to use. A lot of times majority of people get the bronze or the silver. And then let's just go with Kaiser because they're pretty common. As you can see, this family qualifies. The adults are going to get, let's just say they want Kaiser, they'll get one of these Kaiser plans. We can also pick a gold on here. And then the dependent will get Medi-Cal. Now, Medi-Cal tries to set the child up with the same plan that the parents have. So in this case, the child would get Medi-Cal through Kaiser, and the adults would pick the Kaiser plan in this situation. Okay, so as you can see, the tax credit here has been applied to the plan, hence why it's only $3.70. This plan would be, $629 a month without the tax credit. Okay, so let's dive into exactly what we're looking at here, okay? So we'll compare this bronze. This is a bronze plan, bronze 60. The bronze is typically we call it the basic plan. And then the silver plan. This is the silver 94. And we'll go with this. Well, this is the gold co-insurance. This is the gold 80. I can get in the details of the difference in the future, but for today's video, we're going to go with the gold 80 HMO. All right, so they have some pretty good options here, as you can see. Okay, you have $3.70 for the bronze basic plan, $154 for the family for the silver 94, and then $307 for the gold 80. Now, when you get a tax credit and a subsidy tax credit, same thing. It's the $625. Covered California, a lot of times, the majority of times, actually makes the silver plan the best plan, not the gold. It's even better than the platinum. This is important to know, and you'll see the differences in the plan. Okay, as we start to look at this plan, the bronze, which is the basic plan over here, has a $6,300 deductible. Okay, the silver 94 has a $75 deductible, very minimal, and the gold has no deductible. I know that the gold's winning so far, but stay tuned. Okay, drug deductible for individuals, $500 on the bronze, 0 and 0. This is the big one here. Your maximum out of pocket, which is your worst case scenario, is $7,800. So if you had $1 million bill, you're in the hospital for a month, it would be $7,800 would be the maximum you would pay on the bronze plan. $1,000 is the maximum you would pay on the silver, and even on the gold, it's $7,800. That's okay. So we're back to the silver winning. If we go down a little bit, we'll look at some of the details here. Okay, primary care visit, your office visits to go see the doctor. This means that you get 3 visits a year on this bronze plan, even though it's $3.70. You get 3 visits at $65 copay before you kick into the deductible. So you go to the doctor with a cold, you'll pay a $65 copay to see the doctor. On the Silver 94, this one here for $154, you're going to pay $5. You can go to the doctor as many times as you want, and every single time that you're in that plan, it'll be a $5 copay. On the Gold, it's $30. Okay, again, we're back to the Silver winning. All right. Now, specialist visits, a $95 copay after the deductible, which is a big deal. So you're going to pay that first $6,300, and then you'll pay a $95 copay. So the likelihood that you hit that is pretty unlikely. You're going to just be stuck in this paying out of pocket. Typically, a specialist can be anywhere between $100 and $500 per visit. Okay, so something to keep in mind. $8 copay to see a specialist on the Silver 94, which is excellent. And then back to the Gold, $65. So again, that Silver is really winning, right? And I'll go through a couple more here, so a little bit faster. So your tests, lab work, $40 copay, even on the Bronze, pretty good. $8 on the Silver, $40 on the Gold. X-rays, if you can look even as expensive as an MRI or a CT scan, $50 on the Silver, $275 on the Gold, and 40% coinsurance after the deductible, which means you have to hit that $6,300 first, which is important. So I want you to know the reason why you're getting the Silver 94 here is because the income, the number of dependents, everyone's age, it's mostly the income and the number of dependents that factor into getting the Silver 94. Not everyone qualifies for the Silver 94. Okay, it can be kind of confusing. Again, if you want to get into more detail to see what you qualify for, go into Covered California, go into coveredca.com and check it out, or give me a call. All right. Now, the next thing here, we'll go down to drugs. As you can see, generic, $18 copay after the deductible. The deductible on drugs again was here is $500. Okay. There's no deductible on these two, on the Silver or the Gold. But it's a $3 copay for generic on the Silver, $15 on the Gold, $10 for brand name on the Silver, $55 for brand name on the Gold. Outpatient, just take a look at that. I can explain this. The Silver is still better. Happy to walk you through that. ER, $50 copay on the Silver, $350 on the Gold. Urgent care, $5 and $30. The Bronze is still deductible. Hospitalization, still it's going to be $1,000 max here, $3,000 max here. Mental and behavioral health is really good on the Silver, $5 copay. Okay. Pregnancy, also very good here. Maximum out of pocket on this Silver is $1,000. That's the most you'll pay. Here, $600 per day up to 5 days. Okay. So that's a little bit about the Shop and Compare tool. I wanted to walk you through and kind of explain it. Again, here's my information. My name's Brendan. If you'd ever like to delegate me and so that I can see your account and help you in the future, you're welcome to go to Need Help, find Local Help. Now, let's see if it shows up. Need Help, find Local Help. There we go. Find an agent. My name is Brendan, which is spelled Brendan. I'm the only one. This is right off of Covered California's website. You hit search, and then you click on my name. And then it's not going to show up for me because I can't select myself, but there will be a select button here that you can select me, and then I can help you with your account. Please give me a call. This is my direct line. This will also come to me right here. So look forward to hearing from you. Hope this helps a little bit. Have a good one.